Okay, so let's just get deeper into this. So, in terms of this data and privacy laws, and obviously, how so many compliance laws, how do we prioritize them and address them? And who's responsible for all of this? So maybe Naomi, if you can, you want to have a go at it.
Yeah, I think first it's important when talking about, data hygiene, data privacy, is to really stress why this topic matters because it's something that nobody who isn't directly impacted by it thinks about it on a daily basis, right? But it's important because, if you touch customer data, you have a responsibility to protect it, both from the perspective of the customer, but also in the best interest of protecting your company with Castle, GDPR, CCPA, all of those laws that are coming into place. Laws will continue to expand, not contract, right? Canada is not going to one day say, so you remember that law we put into place, Castle? Like, don't worry about it anymore. If anything, laws that are currently in place will continue to become more and more restrictive, and more countries will continue to develop and enforce their own data privacy laws. So it's important to understand the differences between local laws and how that impacts the way we acquire, retain, and market to our customers. So I feel that it's for us as marketing operations people, we are the ones that are closest to the data, right? Even more so than sales. Like we see the data constantly, we're manipulating it, we're marketing to it, we're helping to keep it and the company compliant.
Yeah. So how do you sort of build and enforce a culture of taking care of this data and maintaining this data hygiene and all?
Do you want
Yeah,
me to
yeah,
answer
yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, sure.
So I feel like data is crucial to intelligent decision making, of course, right? And we live in a super digital world. We have a
Mhm.
library of tools that are at our disposal. And I feel like if you have clean and reliable data, we can really eliminate personal bias, right? And make good data driven business decisions. For me, when we run a really great campaign, I'm like, awesome, that's so cool. Like, it's going to be super successful. And that's my personal bias, right? But when we look at the data, we need to be able to determine, like, is this something that we want to continue to do? We need to have predictable outcomes. Um, and I feel like you need to have an approach that works for you in your business. Do you want to split your database or apply a holistic blanket approach to all of your records? We currently adopt a split logic in our database to account for variation in all of the worldwide laws. But as more of these laws come online, we might, we're now in talks with our corporate legal counsel. Do we want to apply a blanket approach? Because it then starts to become a little bit more difficult to maintain, right? This, but not this, and this, or this, as opposed to just, okay, we're just going to go with the strictest approach across, and it just keeps things easier.